right, the Chicago Bulls kick off the post-Zach Lavine era with a big win against the Miami Heat. We're going to be talking about the key takeaways from tonight's game. This is your host, Rico Greenhowe, and you have found yourself on another episode of Bulls Digest. And so today, the Chicago Bulls come back from behind against the Miami Heat, and Modest Buzelis, our rookie, has quite a day. And so we're going to be jumping into some real key takeaways from this game. And so before we do, wanted to remind you guys that about 63% of you that watch are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure that you go ahead and you slam dunk on that subscribe button as we try to reach our end of the season subscriber goal. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into these key takeaways from tonight's game. And so look, the Chicago Bulls, I think, did a great job as far as really hanging in there and coming back. You see that the Miami Heat actually got cold in this game. And again, we were led by our rookie Montes Buzelis off of the bench. And so let's go ahead and jump into just the box score and look at some of the key takeaways from tonight's game. And so, starting with the MVP of the night, let's go to Modest Buzelis because he played a career-high 31 minutes. He also had a career high in points, and more importantly, he did not miss a shot. He was 10 of 10 from the field, 4 of 4 from the three. And when I say he was in his bag, he was absolutely in his bag. I mean, there was one move where he literally took the ball over top of the defender, switched hands, and did a nice left-hand layup. Look, he was getting dunks, the activity off the backdoor cuts, the three-point shots, which I think it's funny. A lot of people were saying that was his weakness coming into the season. But I had said this before during the Summer League that, man, when you look at his shot, it's not a shot that looks broke. Like, it's definitely something that it just came down to just confidence, and he's definitely got it. And, man, he just showed us everything today. And more importantly, what does he do? He gets blocked shots because that's what Modest Buzelis does, man. He gets blocked shots. So he has 3 rebounds, 2 blocks to go along with that. He was a plus in the plus-minus box score, but a terrific game for him. Have got to give him an MVP. And I guess it takes for maybe Zach Lavine for this guy to get traded. I don't know, for him to finally play. But anyway, it's great to see him play. And so next up, I think the next MVP of the night has to go to Josh Giddey. I think that Josh Giddey really played well in this game. I think that Josh Giddey did a terrific job of just being efficient in this game. He was 8 of 14 from the field, 24 points. When it was time for him to take the three-point shot, he absolutely, stepped up and did so. And you could just tell that Josh Giddey has really turned a corner, I think, since, just kind of going through the defensive struggles and things like that. He's really been just locked in and engaged in that area. And I think that, man, he's just got better, and a solid game for him today. He had 24. He had 5 rebounds. He also had 7 assists. He was plus 7 on the night. He also had a steal, too, as well. So definitely a great game for Josh Giddey. And so next up, I think just going into the players, just the rest of the players and just players that played well, starting with Ayo. And so Ayo, I think he had a pretty good game. In fact, I loved how Ayo really surprised you getting down to getting dunks. Like, it was just like, it seemed like he was going to go for layups, and he ended up just slamming it down on breaks or when he got the opportunity to get to the rim today. 21 points, 9 assists. He had 2 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal, plus 3 in the plus minus box score. He was 8 of 11 from the field. And so did a great job as far as knocking down three-point shots as well today. And I wonder now that, Zach Lavine is gone, maybe you see more of Ayo here in the starting lineup with Coby White if he's going to be set to really take off this last half of the season. But he looked good today. Definitely looked like he's recovered, I think, from that calf injury that he had. Speaking of which, with Coby White, and so Coby White, look, he knocked down some big shots in this one. I think he shot very confident. I think it was something where he didn't necessarily force it as much tonight. Had 7 assists, 22 points, 7 of 16, 4 of 7 from the field. Look, Coby White looked assertive, and he is also talking about how he's going to have to step into more of a leadership role. And so I think that maybe we see a little bit more of that down the stretch. So I think a solid game for him. As far as Vooch, I think that Vooch really struggled in this basketball game. He was 5 of 13. He did have 12 points and 10 rebounds. I think that that's a given for this guy to be a double-double. Still finished in the plus-minus box score with the +1. But again, I think he really struggled in this game, but did come on in the second half, so that certainly helped us out. So then next up, looking at some more players here just off the bench, I think that Jalen Smith, look, he came in, he had a very nice dunk in this game, 8 points, 8 rebounds. He had 4 steals. He was +8, 3 of 6 from the field. Expect for him to get some more minutes moving forward. And Patrick Williams, look, got to give him credit. He continues to play well off the bench. He had 10 points. He also had 7 rebounds, so he hitting the boards today. He also was a +18 in the plus-minus box score, so good to see that. We saw that Julian Phillips had 5 points. He was a -5, I believe, in the plus-minus box score, and Javon Carter got in and got 2. And so I think overall a solid game. We were shorthanded. Obviously, we have made this trade. And so these players that, essentially should be, I guess, suiting up for the Chicago Bulls. We'll see what happens if any of those guys get flipped in another trade. They're not going to suit up here, at least, I think, until another game. And so shorthanded, Bulls take care of business. And so let's go ahead and jump into the box score, the team box score, and really take away or look at some of the key takeaways from that. And so when we look there, I think that initially you see that the Heat out-rebounded is 44-43 in that. The Heat actually lead in turnovers, so I think the Bulls did a good job there as far as not turning the basketball over, 14-10 in that area. Bulls in the fast break, I just talked about Ayo getting downhill. I think that Modest caught a lob off the break and stuff like that. You could just see the pace was perfect for the Chicago Bulls today. I think that they did a great job there. And then when it came down to points in the paint, look, the Bulls beat the Heat up 58-46. I think that was a bit of a surprise because they had Khalil Ware. They also had Bam as well, and we were still able to take advantage of the Miami Heat there. So give the Chicago Bulls credit. And that's without Vooch playing very well today. 4-4 tied in steals, 3-3 tied in blocks. 35 assists to 48 field goal makes, so pretty efficient for the Chicago Bulls tonight. Field goal percentage 52.7%, 46.3 from 3, and then as far as the Heat, they were at 47.8 from the field, 38.6 from 3. And so, look, this was, I think, a very good game for the Bulls and a very big answer for us, too, today, because when you look at this game and, you just naturally you would think maybe, all right, we don't have as many players and then we don't have Zach Lavine here. You wanted to see how this team would respond, and it looked like that they were certainly locked in, and so that was a good sign. I think from just an evaluation standpoint, I think for us Bulls fans that really want to see this team start to play this younger talent, see exactly what they have as they go out there and build this team up and go trade or whatever they're going to do to rebuild this thing, I think you definitely feel good about what you saw tonight when you see Modest Buzelis playing extended minutes. I still want to see some more extended minutes from Julian Phillips, Dalen Terry once he's back out there, stuff like that. Like, I want to see some more extended minutes from these guys to see exactly what you have as you go ahead and build this out. But I think that this is a good first step, and it was good for these younger players to be into this situation. And so let me know in the comments what you're thinking here about this recent win from the Chicago Bulls. Do you think that, yes, this was really a step in the right direction? You can maybe see, okay, these are see the direction really that this team might be going with some of the younger talent that they have here. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. And so just want to thank everybody out there for, again, liking and sharing to the content. It means a lot here to us at Bulls Digest as we try to reach our subscriber goal here by the end of the NBA season. So make sure that you go ahead and you slam dunk on that subscribe button like Modest Buzelis is going to do in the slam dunk contest. I cannot wait to see that. And so as we get ready to jump out of here, I just want to say again, man, like, I don't think that the Chicago Bulls are done just yet. At least I hope not. I know we got some late news suggesting that maybe Vooch might be staying past the trade deadline. We'll be talking about that here in the moment. But I still think that the Bulls do need to make some serious moves here. And I think that if they are going to make moves, the good thing is you got a chance to see some of this younger talent, on the floor tonight. Whatever moves you're going to make, it needs to really make sense to the younger pieces that you are going to keep. Meaning that if you're going to make Josh Giddey your franchise player and you need to really kind of build around that, then you better make the appropriate trades. And same with Coby White and Ayo too as well. If these are players that are going to be staying, the Bulls need to pivot accordingly. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you're thinking. And as I always say, go Bulls, and I will see you on the next one. All right, peace.